Good evening, good evening, good evening. How's everybody doing on this beautiful evening, on this Monday morning? We have a great show for you guys on tonight. Can't wait to dive in. I'm waiting for my partner to come on in. Come on in, come on in, come on in. And tonight's show, I'm telling y'all, tonight's show is going to be amazing. We talk about here on the Healing Project, we talk about real stories, real topics that we go through life. But I won't go any further than that because I'm waiting for my partner to come on. She'll be coming on, my co-host. I should say Wendy. And but I do want to say this to you guys. If you stay all the way to the end of the show, we have a surprise for y'all that we've been waiting to share with everybody. It's gonna be good, y'all. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Waiting for my girl to come on. Come on, Wendy. Come on. Here she is, y'all. She's coming. She's coming. She's coming. Yes, she is here. I think she's here. There we go. Are we there? Are we there? Are we there? Are we
Yeah.
there? Are we there
Sorry
yet?
Okay.
Are we there yet? So I
Sorry,
was
y'all. The
it
computer
was
stuck.
I was telling we was waiting for you. Wasn't going any further, but I was just letting them know that tonight's show is going to be a great topic that we're going to be discussing. I did let
Yes.
them know that we have a surprise that we're going to share with them at the
Yay.
end of the show. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yes.
So I'm excited. What about you, Wendy?
I'm super excited, girl, because God is doing some things. You hear me?
Yes, he is. And
Woo.
what did he say the other night when we was in prayer?
Suddenly and swiftly.
Come
Be
on now.
ready.
What you say? What you say? What you say? What you
Yes.
say? So let's go ahead. We're gonna start with our poem. I'm just sharing this to other platforms here so people can watch as well. All
Okay.
right. So tonight's topic, we're going to be talking about second best. For the ones that don't know what
Yes.
that means, second best, we're talking about women. We're talking to women about being second best, meaning you're
Yes.
dating someone that's already in a relationship, you're dating somebody that's already in a marriage. And
Yes.
because you are on the back burner and you are the second best, so we're going to talk about that on tonight because I think it's much needed. What do you think, Wendy?
Yes, absolutely. Because it seems like it's starting to be the norm
Yeah, and
and
they
women being
glorify that. If
okay
you hear,
with it. Yeah.
and that's not cool. And God didn't
Like,
create us to be
no,
nobody's second best. He created us to
And
be
he
number
didn't
one, not number two.
and then
No, I
he
don't like
didn't create
sharing.
you to insert yourself in somebody's marriage.
Come on. Come on. That's nothing but the enemy. But let's go on to this
Nothing.
poem. It's called Second Best. I
Okay.
learned how to whisper my hope so no one would hear it, how to smile in shadows and call fragments love. I became
Mm,
fluent in waiting, waiting for late calls, tired of affection, promises, and named someday. No birthdays, no holidays, just hidden moments
mm,
and borrowed time. You called it love, I called it patience. God called it pain. I
mm.
told myself I was chosen because you came back, but being returned to is not the same as being chosen. Second
No.
best doesn't start in the heart, it starts in the wound, the place that learned early to accept less just to feel wanted. So I stayed until God spoke louder than my fear. He said, "You were never second, you were settling." So I walked
Mm,
away, not bitter, not broken, just awake. I am no one's secret, no one's option, no one's almost. I am whole, I am chosen, and I am free.
come
I
on
am
now.
no one's second best. You hear what I say?
Not second
Yeah,
best. No, ma'am.
second best.
Mm-mm.
It's not something to glorify to be in the midst of somebody's marriage as a third wheel because Put the shoe on your foot. How would you respond if you were in the marriage and somebody infiltrated your marriage? So how would you feel if that was to happen to you? So let's dive into this topic, Wendy. Let's get down. Let's get raw. We're gonna talk about it
Mm-mm.
because God did not create us, His daughters, to be second
You there?
best. Yes, I'm here.
On a
Can you hear
little
me?
technical difficulty.
Uh oh.
Be back. There you go.
You good?
Yep. You have went completely out.
All right.
See,
So yes.
that's just the enemy don't want us talking about this. That's all.
All right. But it's going out anyhow. You hear what I say? It's going out anyhow.
Okay,
So
we
we're
on
going
that
to
neck.
this.
We on
That's
that
it.
neck.
That's it. That's it. So this episode, like I said, it's gonna be raw. It's gonna get raw, but it's also faith filled, and it's we're doing this
Hmm.
in love, not coming from a place of judgment, but coming from a place of love, coming from a place of concern. Because again, why would you settle for something second when you deserve the best? Why would you wait for midnight
Yeah.
calls when you should get calls throughout the day? No birthdays, no
Right.
holidays, and sometimes they
Mm-mm.
get funky with it and they don't even want you meeting their family. So it's just you
Well,
have to learn how to love yourself,
hmm,
right?
absolutely.
Right, right,
Yep,
right.
absolutely.
But I know it
Absolutely.
comes from a place of hurt. The different the wounds from either childhood, other relationships that left us broken or bent, and it leads us to feel like, oh, I just get what I can get. And I remember, Wendy, that I was working with a young lady and I was talking with her mother, and then her mother was a side piece. And so
Mm.
her mother was talking, glorifying it. Well, I had him,
Mhm.
and I said, why do you settle? And she says to me, she looked at me and she said, I can get what I can get. I said, no, I said, you're settling because you can get better.
Yeah.
Not nobody else's stuff. You want your own stuff. I don't want to share.
Right. Right. And it ain't meant for you to I think a lot of it too is jealousy, because 'cause they'll see how that man is loving on his wife
Mm-hmm.
and they want the same thing. But just because he got with you don't mean he gonna treat you the same way.
Come
He
on.
not.
Come on. Come
He
on. Come
not.
on.
He not gonna
And
leave her for you, and he know that
no.
all he gotta do is give you kibbles and bits, and you gonna go for it, you know what
Take
I'm
it.
saying?
Mhm.
And it's
Yes.
like, that man ain't going nowhere, and then if you do end up with him, it's only because she
Mhm.
left, the wife left him, and he ain't got nowhere to
Right.
go. You're the next best spot, you know what I'm saying, until he finds
Right.
you a placeholder, until he find the next,
But
train he wanna jump on.
victim. Victim. Right.
Yeah,
But you know what? You
and
said
then
something very profound. Because it amazes me that we are beautiful creatures. God created us
yeah,
beautiful. He created us uniquely. But again, that we set ourselves short. We water ourselves down for one. We give discounts when discounts not deserved.
mhm,
Why? Because we want a piece of somebody to say that I belong to somebody. But again, you want your own somebody. You don't want to go after somebody. And I don't
yeah,
understand as to why people they glorify this now. They glorify, oh, I'm a side piece. She must not have been doing what she's supposed to be doing at home. You know what? A woman can do everything under the sun for that man.
everything.
And if that man is
If
not
he
happy
gonna
within
cheat, he gonna
himself,
cheat.
come on, come on, come on, come
He
on.
gonna cheat. If he gonna cheat, he gonna cheat. And, sometimes people say, "All men cheat." No, they don't. No, they don't.
No,
I've
they
seen
don't.
examples where they don't, where they
Right.
truly love their wives, and they only have eyes for wives,
Yeah.
and you know, I've been fortunate enough to see marriages like that. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So I
Okay.
know they do exist. And
Right.
so by me seeing that, it's like, why would I want to, fool with somebody else's stuff? You already done showed your character by stepping out. What do
Come
I
on.
want with you?
Come on.
And if you
That
not gonna
part.
be true to her, you surely not gonna be true to me, cause I'm the one
No,
cheating with
ma'am.
you. And they be
Wow.
shocked. They be
Wow.
shocked when they find out it's somebody else. Like, girl, come on. Why wouldn't it be?
Yeah. And
Why wouldn't it be? He already done
and
showed his character.
that's it. Because if he's cheating with you on his wife, he's gonna cheat on you for somebody else. So you're not the only one that he's probably knocking the boots with.
Yes.
He's with somebody else too.
Not the only one, baby. Not the only one, baby. It's
And I
just
want to
your
say this.
turn.
Come on, come on. But I want to say this though, Wendy. Many women that are in this situation though, they're not weak. They're wounded. Low self-esteem,
Yeah,
unresolved abandonment issues,
that
desire
part.
to be
Yeah.
chosen can cause a woman to accept secrecy as love and inconsistency as commitment. Like I just said, like I mentioned before, on the back burner.
Yeah.
No birthdays, no
None.
holidays, no nothing,
None.
no New Year's, no Christmas, no nothing.
No
I
nothing.
want that.
You gotta settle for the day after.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Can't do that. Can't do that. But the Bible
Look,
reminds us that God is not the author of confusion. He is not
he
going to send
sure
you into
not.
somebody else's marriage, and He's not going to tell you somebody else's husband is your husband.
Come on now. Come on.
And if you don't
Like,
believe me, you can
mm-mm.
go to 1 Corinthians 14 and 33, and it will tell you what I just said. God is not the
Yeah,
author of confusion.
he
If it's
not
causing confusion and it's nothing but mess, God's hand is not in that.
not in it at all.
Oh, right.
And you better not insert yourself in that because you is not gonna be happy.
Come on, come on,
Not
come
at
on. And
all.
we have to get to a point that I get it. We've been hurt. I get that we have wounds. I get that we've been rejected. I get that we have, been abandoned. I get all those things. But when we recognize and we understand that we have these issues, then we as women need to take upon ourselves and go get healing.
Yep.
Because what they say, hurt people, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now you're hurting because from something that happened in your past. So now you're hurting another woman that has nothing to do with you.
Right. And they need to learn how to say no. When the men approach you,
Come
when you
on.
know for a fact that they're married, check
Come on.
them. Check them. Because I had a situation like that before. I was
Mhm.
doing security, and
Okay.
every morning I was going to work because I had to be at work at 6 o'clock in the morning. And it would be
Okay.
this guy that rode the same way, and we was
Mhm.
always next to each other riding, down the street. And so one
Okay.
day he sees me and he tell me to roll the window down. So I rolled the window down, and then he
Okay.
said, "Give me your number." I said, "Child, you gotta follow me to work because I can't be late." So he followed me to work. He followed me to work. And to show you how
uh,
good God is, when he pulled out his phone, for a
mhm.
split second, I seen the screensaver, which was a
Uh-huh.
woman, right? So I
Mhm.
said, "Who is that on your screen?" And he
Yeah.
said, "Oh, that's nothing." I said, "No, who is that?" And he was like, "That was his girlfriend." And so I
Ooh.
said, "Your girlfriend?" And I said, "How long you been with her?" And he said, 10 years. So I'm
Oh,
like, "So what you trying to get my number for?" And so then
right.
he said, "It's okay. We can just be friends." I said, "You got a friend. Her. That's your
What?
friend."
That's
And
a
so
hot
then he
mess.
say, yeah, then he kept on saying, "Come on, just give me your number." I said, "Well, call her up and ask her if it's okay
He said,
for
call
you to
her up.
have my number for we could be friends. So then he say, "You want me to call this early?" I said, "Well, you out here and on this foolishness this early.
That
Call
part.
her up." And he was
Wow.
like, "So you not gonna give me your number?" I said, "No. She been with you for 10 years. That's your friend. That's who you need to be talking to." Then he got to
Oh,
talking about
my.
he wants somebody to show him around town. I say, "You got somebody, her. You
Right.
been with her for 10 years. Here she is thinking you going to work
Oh,
every
my.
morning, and here you out trying to get women." I said, "Get on away from here." And I tell you, a week later, I saw her because I
Mhm.
recognized the truck at the gas station. I saw
Ooh.
her,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like, "See, I ain't say nothing to her because it wasn't nothing to be said to her because I wasn't
Right.
fooling with him. But I
Right, right.
checked him, you know what I'm saying? But what if they had a been together, you know what I'm saying? And I saw
Mm.
them, you know?
Mm.
I was like, why would you
Right.
put people in that type of situation? And why you this early in the morning out here chasing women when you supposed to be at work? I'm like, that don't make no sense.
That's a hot mess.
Okay. And then I
Hot
told him,
mess.
I said, and then what would I want with you when you already showing me your character? You ain't
Mm.
faithful.
Mm,
I'm
mm,
like, you could
mm.
go head on with all of that mess. He
I
was
know
like,
that's right.
come on, you gonna give me your number? I'm gonna be late for work. I said, child, you can be late for work. You can do whatever you want, but you ain't getting no number from me. And don't come by here no more. When you see
Mm,
me on the street, you just keep on going. Cause
mm.
no, sir.
Wow.
But if more women would check them men when
Come on.
they, you know what I'm saying, when they trying to get
Mm.
at you, but it was through the grace of God that he let me see that screen
Yes,
because it was
yes. 'Cause
real,
you
it
can.
was real sudden. And God
Mhm.
let me see it. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh, hold up, you know.
Mm,
No.
mm, mm, mm.
Mm-mm.
That is crazy.
Mm-mm.
And it's good that you were able to see that photo. But
Yes.
you see how quick he was trying to come back with a lie though.
Yeah.
But
But I wasn't going.
you should know I wasn't going.
Because I'm like, she had to be somebody special to you to be the screensaver. Come on now.
Right. And that's sad because again, like we mentioned before, the woman could probably be doing everything in her power to make this relationship,
Yeah.
and then for you to go to the back door and go try to get somebody else to fill your selfish needs. You need to they need to pump their brakes and take a back seat, because if you're not ready to commit or be faithful to somebody, then you need to leave people alone, because what you're
Leave them
doing,
alone.
you're causing more harm than you are good. You're
Yep.
causing trauma to the individual, because women, we are emotional creatures. And so when we are in it, we're in it.
Mhm.
And if we saying we love you, we love you. We're gonna do everything we can to make sure that you're happy. But
Yeah.
when you take our love for granted, and you take our love and just like toss it to the side and say you could do what you want to do to the people, to the woman that you say that you so love. My granny used to say, what goes around comes around.
Yep.
So
Sure
you out here
enough.
doing this to this woman that gave you her heart. So best believe that it's gonna come back to you, and it may not come back to you. It can
Mhm.
probably come back to somebody you love, and they're gonna experience that same hurt and that same
Yep.
uh, feeling that this woman that you're putting through, how she feels. But
Mhm.
let me read this. So, according to the scripture, God said that we as women, we're precious in His sight and honored, and
Yes.
I love you. So that's Isaiah 43:4. God never intended us to live unseen or half loved,
Yeah.
for we are God's masterpiece, according to Ephesians 2:10. So God created us fully to be celebrated and to be valued. So
Yes.
when we becoming second best or putting ourselves on the back burner, we're going against what God said that we are. We're going against the word. The word said
Mhm.
that we are His masterpiece. God said that He created us. We're precious jewels. So why would you settle for less or settle for crumbs, cookie crumbs,
Come
when
on.
you deserve the whole cookie.
Yeah.
So why are you watering yourself down? If they cannot accept you fully concentrated, then that means they don't
Come
need to
on.
be in your presence at all. Because you know what?
At
You know,
all.
it's sad because we always we give. Women, we give. Not to say men don't. No, don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But we give, 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 we give and give and give and give. And then, but when we want them to give, they can't give back. Or,
No.
you know, there's always an excuse. So it's always, well, I don't have this, I can't do this. But you want us to give, and we're giving. But what that's causing us trauma. That's causing us
Yeah.
pain because now we're feeling rejected. And
Mm-hmm.
rejection is a hard pill
Hard pill.
for many women. You know, and they say rejection is God's protection. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes we want something or we have our eyes set on something or someone, and it's not who God has sent for us. So that rejection from that individual is his way of protecting.
Yes. And don't just be still keep running after it. Cause
Come
you mess
on.
around and you get it, it ain't
Mhm.
gonna be what you thought.
Well, the
It's
grass is
not
not
gonna
always
be what you
greener.
thought. It's not.
The
Like
grass
you
is
can
not greener.
stump for the ground, but behind closed doors, you miserable.
Well, yeah, but
You
you're
is
showing everybody you
miserable.
wearing a mask now. You miserable at home. Now you wearing a mask out in public.
Uh-huh.
People think you so happy, girl. You happy in that relationship, girl.
Girl,
And knowing deep down inside you are miserable than I don't know what.
you hurting. You
Bad,
hurting.
real bad,
Girl, bad, bad.
real bad.
When you should be honest with yourself and get out of that situation. Don't keep,
Yeah,
being sitting in it and stuff. Cause you doing more harm than good. And then especially if
absolutely.
you got kids and your
Oh
daughters is watching
man,
you go through that stuff, what you think
yes.
that's learned behavior.
Come on, that's good.
They
That's good
thinking
right
that
there.
they thinking that they supposed to go through stuff like that. They thinking that's what love
Mm,
is. And that ain't love.
come on,
That is not
break it
love.
down. Break it
That
down,
is
break it
not
down, break
love.
it down.
Ooh,
So
that is not love.
I want to ask you this, Wendy. So, what do you think, or what do you believe that women who get into these relationships, why do they get in these relationships? What do you think it is?
I think some of them get in them because of low self-esteem.
Okay.
Some get in it for greed, what this
Mm,
person can give them,
okay.
and some do it for jealousy. They may
Mm,
not, like it may be their friend, but they jealous of what they seeing,
right,
with their friend, how their friend getting treated. So they going
right.
behind the friend's back to,
Mm,
get that man because they want that treatment. Because
well,
sometimes we talk too much.
come on.
We talk too much
Well, come
sometimes.
on.
We talk too much.
What's they do that
And
snap, snap,
you
snap, snap,
telling this tea,
snap.
you talk too much. And by you talking too much, guess what, girlfriend? She listening.
Yeah.
So she want to try what you talking about.
Yeah. Come on, come on, come on, come
That's what it
on.
is. She want to
Yes.
try what you talking about because she's
Mm.
not getting that. You know what I'm saying? So if you always running your mouth,
Mm-hmm.
then guess what? She want to see what it is.
Right,
She want to
right,
see
right.
what it is.
Now
See,
I want
sometimes you got to be quiet. Sometimes you got to keep your mouth shut.
come on. Wow. But let's go on a,
Got to keep your mouth
on
shut.
another let's go on another note now. So we talked about this. So now let's show a little bit compassion to the women that feel that they have to settle they feel that they have to be second best, or they have to be hidden because God didn't create me to be hidden, or or be on the back
Sure
burner.
didn't. I say I'm on full display. And I ain't even married. I'm waiting to be married. That's why I'm on display.
So I'm waiting, I'm waiting, I'm waiting. That's right, that's right. So let's talk. Let's talk and let's share some love. Let's show some love to these women that are he's so funny, that are in relationships like this right now. So let's talk to them. Let's pour into them. Let's inspire them. Let's encourage them. So right now, if there are women that are in this type of situation right now, what would you say to them to encourage them? And not coming from a place of, I'm not saying we're judging them,
To
but
those
so that they don't
women,
think that we're being judged. Hmm. Uh-oh. You froze. You froze. So while we waiting for Wendy to come back on,
there we go.
there we go. Oh, there you go. You still stuck. But so what we're gonna do, we're going to and pour into the women that are in these situations right now. We're gonna pour into them. We're gonna show them some love and some compassion and encourage and inspire them right now.
There
So
we go.
it's so yeah, so we're gonna encourage our women right now that are in the
Now you
situation like
froze. There we
I'm
go.
moving. You talking. So the women that are currently in this
Yeah, I
situation.
said there you go.
So let's pour into them. Let's encourage them and let's inspire them right now. So if you so let's go ahead and talk to them right now, Wendy. What would you share with them?
So if you are a woman that's currently in this situation, get out, leave that alone,
Mm-hmm.
and block, delete, block all access. Do
Mm-hmm.
not continue with that situation
Right.
because it's not going to lead you to anything good. What I
Right.
would encourage you to do is to get before God,
Hmm.
repent, get some healing,
Mm-hmm.
and wait on that
Mm-hmm.
man that God has for you because he does
Yes.
have someone for you.
Right.
You're entertaining a fool, so how can he send that one for you when you're
Mm,
entertaining a fool? And then
right.
how do you know a good man if you're always entertaining these bad men? You
Right.
have to break that cycle, and you have to know that you are loved by
Mm-hmm.
him, by God.
Mm-hmm.
You are chosen by him, and you deserve
Yeah.
the very best. He wants the very
Absolutely.
best for his daughters. And
Absolutely.
as
Absolutely.
as us being his daughters, we don't have to settle for second best.
Come
We
on.
don't. We don't have to have low self-esteem. So here
Right.
I am adjusting your crown, queen.
Come on. Come on.
Let me adjust your
Yeah,
crown.
just there you go. Fix it.
Let me
Bump it
adjust
up.
your
There you go.
crown
There you go. Come
and
on.
let you know that you ain't got to go through that. You don't have to go through that. From this day forward, leave that alone. 'Cause it's not for
Come
you.
on.
From this day
Right.
forward, your crown has been adjusted and you walk
Mm.
forth and be that queen that you're supposed to be and wait
Amen.
on the one that God got for you.
That's it.
And you
Amen. Amen.
know, all is gonna be well. You take that courage and do that step. Watch God meet you along
Come
the
on.
way.
Come on. Come on.
He will meet you along the way. You know,
Yes.
have courage to do that and have the courage to choose yourself, not no
Come
man
on.
that's with somebody else. Have the courage to
Yes.
choose yourself
Yes.
and then
Yes.
heal, meaning don't jump in relationships and to relationships to another situation. Allow
Right.
yourself to heal first,
Come on.
meaning you got to get them soul ties out of you.
Come
You know
on.
what I'm saying? You got to be delivered from them soul ties because you don't want to bring that into a new relationship and all that baggage and
Mm.
stuff. You got to
Come on.
reset your mind, renew your mind, and just be
Hmm.
free. But
That's
get
it.
healing first, which is
Yes.
going before God and allowing God to heal you. And then that
Yeah.
way you'll know when that situation comes again, you know how to say, and keep it moving because that's
That's
not for
it.
you. It's
That's
not for
it.
you.
That's good. That's really good. And I just want to piggyback off of that. To my sisters that are watching, that are going through this. God created you to be a jewel. You are a precious stone. So
Hmm.
you have to make sure that you are being taken care of, and being in a relationship that was not ordained for you, that was not for you, that you deserve to have somebody who is just for you, where you don't have to share, where you don't have
Yeah.
to be hidden. You're not on the back burner. You deserve to be showcased. You deserve to have that public PD, that public affection. You deserve
Yeah.
all those things. You deserve gifts on your birthday. You deserve gifts on holidays, or whenever, however y'all do it. You deserve to spend Valentine's Day with the one you love. Go out.
Yes.
But you first, my sister, have to realize that you deserve so much more than what you're giving yourself. You deserve to
Yes.
have so much more, not a piece, not three fourths,
Mm-mm.
not a half, not a pinch. You deserve the whole kit and caboodle.
Yeah.
You deserve it because God says that we are royal priesthoods. So, being royalty, we don't scrounge around at the bottom of the barrel, scrounging up what we can get. We
Nope.
don't sweep up crumbs off the ground to get what we can get.
From the
We
table.
have we have
Mm-mm.
we have choices. So that means if somebody comes to you and approaches you who's married, we have choices. So that means you say, no, I deserve so much more. I'm worthy of so much more. And walk on that, stand
Yeah.
on it, 10 toes down, stand on it, and know that you
Yeah.
are who God says you are, and there's nothing less than what God says you are. You
Yeah.
deserve to have so much more than what you're given credit for. I don't care what they whispered in your ear. I don't care if they say they finna give you $1 million. Show me the money first. But I'm just
Hmm.
playing. But what I'm saying is, let them
Okay.
whisper. Let, let them whisper. They can whisper all they want to, because you know what? If it's for you, it's gonna be for you. And God's gonna give it to you. Hands down, God's gonna give it to
Yep.
you. But I need my sisters, I need you guys to listen and take heed to what we're saying on tonight.
Yes.
This is not to bash you. This is not to say that we're better than you. This
Yes.
is not to say that, oh, well, she's doing that and she's gonna be doing it. No, that's not the case. That's not what we're trying to say. We're trying to pour into you, my sisters,
Mm-mm.
whether you're young or whether you're old. We are pouring into you. Iron sharpens iron. And yes, I am my sister's keeper. I may
Yes.
not know you, but I'm your keeper. You may not know me, but I'm your keeper.
Yes. Yes. Oh,
So
and I want to say this too. For the
yes.
ones that you don't find out right away that they're married, you have
Mm-hmm.
to take your time first. When you first meet them, don't be so
Mm-hmm.
quick to get into anything with them. Vet
Come
them.
on.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Ask the
Steve
right
Harvey said.
questions and watch
Mhm.
them patterns. If they only communicating with you at nighttime, or
In the
not at nighttime,
bathroom,
only during the day, or you know what I'm saying? Watch them patterns
in the in
because
the
they are
shower.
there. Yeah, they
Yeah.
are there, or they whispering when they
Come
talking to
on.
you, and
Come on. Come on.
watch them patterns. Don't be so quick, because I know sometimes you had the women say they didn't find out for a year later that the man was married,
Yeah.
but there were signs that you chose to ignore.
Ignore.
You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Mhm.
So take
Mhm.
your time,
Mhm.
vet them. Like
Come
if you
on.
can't never, he always coming to your house, but you never can go there. There
Or
go a
never,
red
and if you
flag. Boo.
come on, or never met his family.
Those are red flags.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you gotta look at all of that stuff, and then look at, say Valentine's Day. He want to celebrate it on the 15th and the 16th instead of the
No, ma'am.
14th, the day that it is.
No, ma'am.
That's a red flag.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No,
But
ma'am.
pay attention to them
Yeah.
signs and vet those men, because you hear things, and you got to be sensitive and wait
Mm,
on him instead of being so quick to getting into something.
right.
Because one, two, you don't know about these, sexually transmitted diseases.
Come
You
on.
got to go, hey, we got to go get tested together. If he
Mm,
don't want to go get tested, that's a red flag.
come on. Come
If
on.
if you mess around fooling with him and your pH balance is off,
Woo!
that's a red flag.
Well, 20, twin.
You got to pay attention to all of these
Yeah.
things. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy to the extent that these men are go through to cheat. But
Yeah.
you got to be smart about you and
Yes.
know
Yes.
that
Yes.
you deserve the best. And just don't be so quick jumping into stuff, with these men, because when they quick trying to, get you into something, they
Mm.
trying not they trying for you not to find out what's going on.
But let's
That's
go a
what
little
that is.
further. I want to say this. I've witnessed people or women getting to married situations, right? Off limits
Mhm.
situations. And when it came down to making legal choices or legal decisions, medical choices, medical decisions on behalf of the person that they were with, even granted they can probably be separated from the individual, but legally they're still married.
Yeah.
So now
You ain't
you
got
as
no rights.
come on now, as you as the other woman coming in, granted they may be separated, they've been separated for years, but before you even get into the relationship, make sure that they get a divorce. I say that
Mhm.
because if something was to ever happen to that person that you in a relationship with, you cannot make no choices. You cannot
Nothing.
make any decisions on behalf of your loved one. And so that's why it's very important. Don't
Nothing.
sell yourself short. You are playing house with somebody. You're playing house and
Mhm.
doing everything wifely duties. Then you make sure that this man gets a divorce. Make sure he gets a
Yep.
divorce. That way you're not being pushed aside if something was to come up and something was to happen. You can't make no decisions. And if Lord forbid he passes away, you ain't getting nothing.
Mhm.
Nothing. Why? Because you're not the spouse. You're not the spouse. You're not getting any benefits.
Yep.
It's not about that, but it's about
And that wife will come in
respecting
and swoop
yourself
in and take everything.
like a vulture. And ain't been with him 5, 6 years, but she finna get it all. But
Okay.
we may be, we may be laughing, but sisters, it's real. This is
It's
serious.
the truth
It's
though. Yeah, it's
happening.
true.
So you have to think
And
smart.
if you got kids with him,
Hmm. But make sure your kids
them
get set up too.
kids ain't getting nothing.
Yeah, because if you had
That
that vulture
wife could
woman,
come and swoop in.
yeah,
That
yep.
that wife come in and get all of that. It
Hmm.
ain't nothing that you could do about it.
That's it.
You could have
Nothing
been
at
with
all.
him
Because
for
legally, they're
20
married.
years, but them 20 years you should have
And if you with somebody that long, something wrong. If you with them 10 years, 20 years, 15
that
years,
that part.
no ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am. No ma'am.
That part.
But let me ask you
Mhm.
this, baby. So how
Yeah.
does settling for hidden love conflict with God's design for covenant and his wholeness for us?
He didn't design for you. He didn't design there to be three people in a marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me take that back. He didn't design for four people to be in the marriage because,
Okay.
first of all, it is three people in the marriage,
Mm-hmm.
him as the foundation, you
Right,
and
right,
your husband. But he
right,
didn't say to bring another woman into that situation or vice versa, another man.
right.
You know, he didn't
Mm-hmm.
design for that. The covenant was between that husband and that wife.
Right.
And when that man is out of order,
Mm-hmm.
things ain't going right. Things are not going right for him. Prayers are not being answered.
So is
When
it?
he praying to God, God is not
Mm.
honoring that because you not right.
Come on.
When you stepping out on your wife and you trusting and believing God for things, those things ain't gonna happen because you're out of order.
Come on.
Plain and simple, you're out of order because you are the head of the household and you're the
Right.
one, that's supposed to be covering your family. And if you out here doing all of this stuff, your house ain't right.
Right. Right.
Wife ain't happy, kids ain't happy,
Come
and
on.
you ain't happy.
Come
Because if
on.
you ain't happy, if a man is not happy with himself, he can't help the rest of the family.
Right.
It just ain't gonna happen until you get back in right order with the
Mm-hmm.
Lord,
Right.
repent, and quit doing that foolishness,
Come
and
on.
apologize to your wife
Come on.
because you got to do all of that,
All of it.
and apologize to your kids
Come
for
on.
stepping out.
Hmm.
House ain't gonna be in order. It's just
Come
not.
on. Come on.
Because God don't honor that. He does not honor that. And you could be
Right.
sitting up in here and you going to church every Sunday with that mask on your face and
Mm.
all hell is breaking loose at the house because people is acting out
Right, right, right,
because you is out of order. Until
right.
you get yourself right and quit doing those things, then God will begin to honor that covenant that you made with him and your wife. You know what I'm
Come
saying?
on. Come on.
And so, you know, until you have a relationship with God, you don't
Mm-hmm.
understand the spiritual side of it. You're just
Right,
looking at the
right.
natural side. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm.
there's a whole spiritual side when it
Come
comes
on.
to that. And if
The
you're
marriage.
not in
Mm-hmm.
order, yeah, when you're not in
Mm-hmm.
order, then everything is not going to go according to plan. It's just
Come
not
on.
because God ain't in no mess, and He
You sure
sure
was.
don't bless no mess.
Come on. Come on.
So
Now,
if you out here doing all of that, you're gonna have to
mm-hmm.
stop that. You're gonna have to
Come on.
stop that, and you
That
might as
part.
well quit praying, cause God ain't answering none of them prayers. They just they just
No.
falling on
No.
the ground.
Now listen.
God
Now,
look, God looking at you like, what is you sending prayers for when you all up in some mess? Like,
right.
no,
No, you
no,
ain't
sir,
living right.
buddy,
You ain't living right. Now, here's
no,
another question
sir,
for you.
buddy.
So, what is the emotional cost of always being an option and never a priority?
That woman is not happy. She's traumatized.
Mm-hmm.
She is broken.
Mm-hmm.
She is low self-esteem. She
Okay.
has
Okay.
problems. That's how that conflict come in, you know what I'm saying? If she
Mm-hmm.
not getting that validation from her husband and
Right.
she going to work,
Come on.
they got these work husbands and work wives, you know what I'm saying? Because this
Right.
person is giving them the attention that they're
Mm.
lacking at home. You know what I'm
Come
saying?
on.
Say she come to work and she done got her hair done. You seen
Mm-hmm.
her leave the house and you ain't saying not one word. But that
Come
man
on.
on the job done told her, "Girl, your hair look nice today."
You look
And
good
she,
today.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? She's starving for that attention. And
Yeah.
so when that attention comes from somewhere else, it opens doors to so many things, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then when she's posting pictures on the internet and she's
Mhm.
getting all of this attention, from posting pictures, then you get then you get mad because she keep posting pictures all the time. It's the reason why she doing that, because she's getting told she looks pretty in those
Yeah.
pictures.
And she not
The
getting it
men
from
is
you.
liking them pictures. Yeah, you
Well,
know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So it's like you 50% of the stuff you're causing because you're doing what it is that you need to be validating her
Right.
feelings
Right.
and her need to know
Come
that
on.
you
Come on.
appreciate her, that you think she beautiful. You was telling her all of this stuff when you first met her.
Hmm.
So why
Wow.
it shouldn't stop. It shouldn't stop. What you started with, you got to keep that going,
That's
because
it.
that's what you had conditioned. You conditioned her to that. So
Mhm.
when you stop doing all of that, she wondering what is going on. He ain't telling me I look nice no more. You know what I'm saying? He ain't holding my
Mhm.
hand no more. He ain't
Come
opening the
on.
door no more. You know,
Come
it's
on.
them little things that she's paying attention to that you stop
Mhm.
doing. And you can't
Yeah.
do that. You got to keep doing those things that you were doing when you first met her
Come
and
on.
you
Come
got
on.
her. And you got to do all of that to keep that going. You got to
Mm.
keep romancing her. You can't, just because we got married, we can't go on dates no more. You know, you can't do all of that. You got to keep doing that. You got to keep romancing her. You can't say we can't do stuff because we got kids. Get you a babysitter and take your wife out.
All right, so here's another
You
question.
know,
Here's another one. So, what role does low self-esteem or fear of loneliness play in staying in these relationships?
so when you dealing with a person with low self-esteem,
Mhm.
they're very vulnerable.
Okay.
And those men are playing on that vulnerability.
Okay.
And say she may be fed up with you.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
On the
Mhm.
verge of quit messing with you. But
Mhm.
you could say some stuff
Mhm.
playing on that vulnerability and to
Mhm.
get her to keep on messing with you.
Staying in the mess, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's we women, we have to be like David and encourage ourselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We have to validate ourselves. Even if you got to look at yourself in the mirror and say, "Girl, you pretty today. Come on now.
Come on. Come
You
on. You
did
bite
that with
some
your
flowers
hair
too.
today, girl.
Well,
You know, you did that today. You look cute.
right, right.
And let it be for you and not nobody else. Let however you like to look
Mhm.
and how you present yourself be for
Mhm.
you and not
Right.
nobody else.
Come
If
on.
other people's they're just seeing a representation of what you like to see.
Right.
And
Right.
so if you're doing it for yourself, you ain't got to worry about nobody validating you.
That's it.
You
Come
ain't got
on.
to
Come on.
worry about nobody telling you that you cute, cause you could tell that to yourself. You
Right.
was
Girl, I
fixing
look good.
yourself up.
I look good
G
today.
You hear me? You hear me? Like, shoot, and you gotta keep mixing it up, making yourself, you know what I'm saying? If you're a person, as everybody know, I like to keep changing my hair color.
You
I you know, you may see this color today, and tomorrow you might see a different color. It's
Mhm.
just it's just me, and it's just how I'm feeling. I could be looking at
Yeah.
myself in the mirror, and I say, "You know what? I ain't feeling this no more. Let me change. Let me switch up. And when I switch up, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I got a new step, pep in my step, I
Come
got a new
on.
stride. And
Come
I'm like,
on.
hey, okay, I did that. Like, yeah, that's how I wanted to look. But
Yeah.
you have to encourage yourself and don't
Right.
look for validations in other people.
That's
Validate
it.
yourself.
That's it. Now
Yeah.
let's talk about healing and letting go. So, what does grieving a relationship that was never fully yours look like?
To be honest, you shouldn't be grieving it because it wasn't yours in the first place.
But there is some kind of grieving because look,
Yeah, it is some
it's
it
the
is
girl.
some type of agreement because you had got used to this person, used
Yeah.
to, them giving you things and stuff, but you can let that roll on off, do all
But
of that.
even for the women that was manipulated and lied to for years or a year, and they
Yeah.
didn't know
So
that this person was truly in a marriage because this person was truly with them all the time. So they wouldn't have thought that
right.
this person was married. So for someone like that, what do you think grieving may look like for her? Are you there?
So with that, you would have to take that to the Lord, You would have to ask for deliverance
Mm-hmm.
from that hurt and that pain. You
Mm-hmm.
would have to um spend some time with yourself. Sometimes we don't always got to be with somebody.
No.
That's the thing. You got to learn how to be by yourself and learn you.
Yeah.
Once you learn you and you see what you're capable of, you'll
Mm-hmm.
draw strength from that.
Mm-hmm.
You will draw a courage from that,
Okay.
knowing like, hey, I didn't know I could do that. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
didn't know I could be this type of person. But you got to
Right.
spend time with yourself. You don't always got to be with somebody. At some point in your life, you got to be by yourself. You
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
to be by yourself and get with God and let Him change how you see yourself and
Right.
He'll let you see you through His eyes,
Come on.
the person that you
Now,
should be,
why do you think letting go sometimes is harder than staying?
because it's familiar.
Think
It's
so?
familiar. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's familiar. And sometimes people don't know how to be by themselves.
Right.
You know,
Because
they,
their
they, s-
wound didn't have low self-esteem.
yep, they scared about what people gonna say,
Yeah, that's true.
but at some point in your life, you do got to be by yourself so that you can learn yourself and
Right.
know who you are. If you haven't been, married for a long time with
Mhm.
somebody, but
Mhm.
you've been in and out of relationships, you do at some point have to be by yourself and break them
Yeah.
soul ties so that
Come
you can
on.
be free and be free to be you and
Right,
learn
right.
who you is,
That's
you know?
it. That's it.
That's
So
the thing. You gotta
how
learn
do
who
we
you is.
right. So how do we as women rebuild our self-worth after realizing that we accepted less than what we truly deserved?
Again, you gotta go to God.
Mhm.
You have to spend time with yourself. You
Mhm.
have to encourage yourself and
Okay.
know that you deserve more than what you got. That's
Yeah.
it. You gotta know that you deserve more and that you
Yeah.
worthy of having more.
Right, right. And I'm going to add some more onto that. I'm going to say to study and meditate, but not only that, but to read self-help books.
Yeah.
Be around people or other women that will be able to pour into when you're at your lowest. Being connected to somebody that when you're in this spot or the space right now, that they will learn how to pray for you to help you get you out of it. Because
Mhm.
sometimes when we're going through this and when we're grieving relationships is like a death. When you break up, it is truly like a death. You're gonna have your different stages of grieving that loss, because like you said, you're used to coming home to this person, you're used to calling this person, you're used to going out to eat with this person, you're used to arguing and fussing and fighting with this person, and all of a sudden all that comes to a halt. So now you're like, oh my God, who do I argue with? Or, oh my God, who do
Mhm.
I, oh my God. So all those different things of the emotions begin to run through your head, and you begin to say, was it my fault? What did I do wrong? What could I have done to change it? What is it? So all these things begin to play in our heads, because
Mhm.
it's like a death. Like, could I have done something different to have made it change? Could I have said something different to make them stay? What could I have done to get a different outcome? But and like
Mhm.
you said, you have to take time for yourself. But a lot of people don't like to be by themselves, and I was one of them back in the day. I didn't like being by myself, so I did relationship, because I was broken in so many places within myself. I didn't
Mhm.
I didn't know my self worth. So yeah, so I didn't want to be by myself. So I thought being with somebody validated who I was, until I
Mhm.
realized I don't need nobody to validate myself. I can validate my own self. I don't need
Yeah.
you to validate. So, but until they get to that place in their lives to understand that I don't need John to validate me. I don't need Paul to validate.
Mhm.
I don't need Kevin to validate me. So when we begin to
Mhm.
get that mindset, begin to walk in that mindset, then we're like, hey, okay, I know my worth. If you
Yeah.
can't do what I need you to do, then there's no need for us to be together. If you cannot keep
Mhm.
and promise what you're gonna do for me, then we don't need to be together. And I sure not gonna be.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna be no hidden agenda. If you can't
Okay.
show and take me out in the public, then we don't need to be together. I've been there, done that, so I
Mhm.
know what it feels like. Not being a side piece. I was never that, but
Right.
I know how it feels when people are not there for you. They don't genuinely want you. They just want what they want, and you know what I'm talking about.
Right.
They don't truly
Yep.
want a relationship with you. But again, because you are in that broken state, then you will allow a lot of things to happen to you that you normally wouldn't allow to happen when you in your
Mhm.
healed state. So
Yeah.
it's two different things. It looks different. So what can we
They
do?
might even have to go through therapy,
Yeah, absolutely.
counseling.
Absolutely. Especially if they've
Mhm.
been going through a relationship after relationship after relationship after relationship, and all the relationships ended up in that same way, they're gonna need some therapy, because
Yeah,
that's traumatic now. Because
'cause they
now you
gotta
think
break
it's
that
me.
cycle.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
what's wrong with me? I used to say back in the day, my picker was broke. And I used to that was that
Mm.
was that was a running joke. My picker was broke because every man that I got with, they were worth nothing. They leaned on me. They lied, manipulated, they cheated. And so it's like,
Mhm.
what in the God's green earth is wrong with me? So something was
Mhm.
wrong with me. And then even when I came to a point in my life where I thought I was good, I was doing everything God wanted me to do, and I'm still doing good, but I was still attracting those same type of men. And I was like, okay,
Mhm.
something still inside of me is still not healed, because I'm still attracting them same type of men.
Mhm.
And I don't like to hear that, when we don't want to hear that it's still something wrong with you. If you're still attracting those same type of men that you used to attract back in your past, then you need to look at yourself in the mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah, as Michael Jackson said, look at yourself, man, in the mirror,
Yeah.
because there's something that's still inside. It could be residue that is still
Yeah.
lying, that still needs to be addressed and still need to be healed. And that is the reason as to why you are still continuing to get these type of men.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
So sometimes it's not pretty looking at ourselves in the mirror, but in order for us to heal,
Mm-mm.
and to get what we want. If you want a man that's going to be good for you, that's going to protect you, provide for you, not lie to you, you want to be healed inside.
Yeah.
Inside.
And be able
You
to recognize him.
That's it. That's it because the grass is not greener on on the other side. And
Mm-mm.
sometimes we fall in love with potential. Sometimes we
Yeah.
fall in love with what they show us, and we
The
don't really know who
representative.
they are. Come on, and we don't know who they are until we live with them. Then we find
Yeah.
out who they really are, and then when we find out, then we're like, "Oh my God, get me out of this mess!" And
Like,
you
what
throw
I get
your house,
myself
everything.
into?
Right? You throwing
You
things.
know, like,
Lord,
good
come on,
gracious.
like what is really going
Mm-mm.
on? But that our time is coming to an end, but and I want to, before we leave out, we still have something great to share with you guys. Don't go away.
Yes.
But I want to read this prayer for every woman that has stopped by this podcast, will revisit this podcast. I want to read this to you. And in your downtime, I want you to even recite it. You can play it, pause, go back and go rewind, go back again. That's the good thing about YouTube.
Okay.
But I want to share this with my sisters. My sisters, my sisters, my sisters. All right, let me see what it is. Okay, so it says this is for a prayer and declaration of healing. Father God, I come before you just as I am, tired, wounded, and honest. You see the places where I settled for less than I deserved. You saw every tear cried in secret, every moment I felt hidden. Every time I hoped for more but accepted fragments instead. Today I release the pain of being second best. I release the lies that told me I was unworthy of full love. I release the shame, the guilt, and the emotional attachments that were never meant to hold my heart. Lord,
Uh-oh.
heal the huh? What happened?
It just
You stopped again?
done went all the way out.
Oh
There we
Lord.
go.
Okay, so Lord, heal the places in
Yeah.
me that confused attention for love, consistency for commitment, and secrecy for safety. Heal the wounds of abandonment, heal the wounds of rejection, heal the wounds of loneliness that open the door for broken connections. I declare that I am not forgotten, I am not invisible, I am not an option, I am chosen, valued, and deeply loved by you. I break every unhealthy soul tie formed through emotional dependency, secrecy, and unmet needs. I choose freedom over familiarity. I choose healing over waiting. I choose truth over temporary comfort. God, restore my identity. Teach me to
Yeah.
love myself the way you love me without conditions. Replace my
Yes.
longing for peace, my confusion with clarity, and my pain with purpose. I declare that I will no longer shrink to fit broken spaces. I will no longer compete for love that will never mine to carry. I will walk away from what dishonors me, and I will walk towards the wholeness you promised me. Today, I choose myself with you, Lord. I choose healing.
Yes.
I choose obedience. I choose freedom. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. That was good.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So
That was
this
good.
was shared with you on tonight, my sisters. We love you all that come
Yes.
by and stop by and watch this video. This was never meant to judge you. We're not here to judge you at all. We're here to uplift, encourage, and inspire you.
Yes.
Because again, we are our sisters' keepers. We do
Yes.
believe that if we can help one, we will help one. We may not be able to help everybody, but we can help. If we help one, we did our job. And
Yes.
never feel ashamed of what you did. Never be ashamed of what you've gone through.
Mm-mm.
Because hey, everybody has a story.
Everybody. And it
Everybody.
builds character.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Yeah.
So you ready to tell him, Wendy? You ready to tell him? You ready to tell him? You ready to tell him? You ready to tell him?
Yes.
Drum roll, please. Drum roll.
Like,
So y'all, guess guess what we about to do? Guess what the Lord has
Yes.
blessed us to do, y'all.
Woo.
So the Lord, you want
Come
to tell them?
on.
Want to tell them? Want to tell them? Want to tell
Say
them?
it. Say it. Say it.
So the Lord has blessed us with a women's ministry, and the name of
Woo.
the women's ministry is called Sithology, which is
Yes.
Solog, Sithology, where it is a.
Sisology.
So what are we gonna be doing? What are we gonna be doing, Wendy? Tell them what we gonna do. What we gonna do?
So it's gonna be traveling, and there's gonna be ambassadors in different states
Yeah.
that's gonna have different chapters where we can have yearly retreats at, and we can
Yeah.
have uh oh my God, I'm so
Conferences,
excited. Yes.
conferences.
It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be
Yeah.
way bigger than what we think, and we're so excited for it.
Yes,
God
yes,
has moved so suddenly and quickly on this
yes.
thing, and
That's
oh
that.
my God, it. I mean, I've been so excited for the new year and the direction that God
Yes,
has put me in. And
yes.
I could truly say I never imagined me doing any of this.
Really?
Anybody that knows me knows I'm a person. I like to be in the background. I don't like to be in the spotlight.
No
But
more.
for some
The
reason,
forefront.
God done pushed me.
The
He
forefront.
done pushed me. 'Cause I gave that yes, and I'm being obedient with it, and I'm just like, I'm
Mm,
excited. I'm so
good,
excited
good,
because this
good,
is gonna
good.
be so awesome, and it's
It
gonna
is.
be a sisterhood across the
Yeah.
nation where,
Yes.
we're all connecting together
Yes.
for the kingdom and just
Yes.
getting that word out there, getting the gospel out there for the kingdom
Mm-mm.
and
Yes.
uplifting our sisters, adjusting our
Yes.
crowns, and
Yes.
just, oh my God, I got
It's gonna
goosebumps,
be
girl.
amazing. It's gonna be
It's just gonna be
amazing. We
amazing.
have
It's gonna
so
be
many different
amazing.
intricate parts to this. Yes, it's gonna be amazing. So many intricate parts to this. Pen pals services
Yes,
to our women. So it's gonna be great
yes,
because anything that God is in the midst of is going to be great. So if you're
it's
watching
gonna be
and you
great.
like, and if you're representing a different state than Nevada, comment below, send us a message and let us know that you would like to be a part of it or you want to know
Yes,
information about
an
it. We are going to put more.
ambassador.
Yes, yes. So we're gonna put more information out for people who are interested in becoming ambassadors for their state, be representative for their state. So and we'll be willing to give you the information that you are needing to do
Man,
such. It's gonna be great. It is gonna be great. We are a traveling
yes,
ministry where God's gonna be in the midst,
yes,
healing's gonna take place, women gonna be saved in the midst of these conferences.
yes.
So
Woo!
again, what's our name?
Sensology!
Woo! All right, so that comes to the end of our show. We went over a little bit, but because we had something spectacular to share with everybody.
Yes.
So we thank you guys for tuning in with us, stopping by, share this
Yes.
YouTube podcast, share. If you know somebody that is needing some encouragement, share. If you know somebody
Yes.
going through these topics, share. Don't forget to subscribe so you
Yes.
know when we are coming live again. We are
Yes.
coming every second and fourth Monday of the month
Monday.
at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So set your clocks, set your watch,
Yes.
set your phones so you won't miss.
Yes.
So
And
again,
stay
subscribe.
tuned for Sisology.
Yeah. Good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye.